So I've actually been loving doing these types of videos and basically explaining to you guys why I bought a certain iPhone. Now, in this specific case, I did end up buying a broken iPhone XR. Now, this iPhone physically on the outside, this is like my third video talking about this iPhone, but essentially the outside is relatively unchanged. I mean, it looks almost brand new. I spent, I think, $112 on this specific iPhone. The top, the bottom, everything else looks pretty much almost immaculate. But even if you look at the front in a certain angle, probably like this, you probably won't be able to tell it's broken, but you can obviously tell that the top portion of this specific panel does have a crack on it. Now, I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly, but for those of you who want to go ahead and get an iPhone and use it every day, obviously I wouldn't recommend purchasing an iPhone like this. It's going to have some issues here and there. Even the bottom portion of it looks almost brand new, like this portion. Everything else about this iPhone has been fully functional, so I haven't had any issues regardless of anything else. If I wanted to use this as an everyday device, I'm sure I could easily do it. And this iPhone is the 64GB model, so the base model, and I really haven't had any other issues outside of this. But because of that crack, that's where I'm getting most of the problems at, to be honest. Repairing this type of iPhone is going to cost a little bit of money. There's no panel gap or anything, which is good, but replacing this is probably going to be a big issue. At least it's going to cost me like $70 to $100, which really isn't that much. Now the question is, why did I buy this specific iPhone? Now, the reason why I did that for the most part, like I mentioned before, is because I wanted to start doing more speed comparisons, and I wanted to have another iPhone that was on a lower end version of iOS, meaning iOS 15, and I wanted to be able to compare it against iOS 16 and show you all the differences. So the reason for that is because I wanted to show if there were speed improvements, if there was battery health issues, anything like that. I wanted to basically be able to, kind of show you guys this ahead of time than maybe waiting out. Now this iPhone's battery health is at 82%. Now that's actually very, very low. For a standard iPhone XR, you probably don't want it to be that low, to be honest, especially if you're trying to use it every day. But one of the biggest issues I've seen with the iPhone XR on iOS 16 is mostly the battery life. It really hasn't been that great, and this iPhone surprisingly has actually been pretty decent on standby time, which is pretty insane to me. But regardless, if I were to use this every day, I'm sure it wouldn't be at that high caliber that the iPhone XR used to be in, which actually is kind of sad to me. When I had something like the iPhone XR back in the day, I really wanted it could be an iPhone that probably could last forever, but now the battery life isn't doing too well. And I probably wouldn't have been able to tell that had I not had several other iPhones that I compared it to. And by having another iPhone on a lower end version of software that you can actually compare the latest iPhone to, you can actually start to see bigger differences. And if there's a big discrepancy with battery life, if there's a big discrepancy with performance, or if there's massive issues, you're basically going to be able to tell that. And from there, you can go ahead and make a video about it, and you can let Apple know, and then they can fix that issue before it's a widespread issue on many other iPhone XRs. So for the most part, that's pretty much why I bought it. If I were you, I probably wouldn't. I mean, I love broken iPhones, like I've stated in another video. I think they're great values. But honestly, if you're planning on using it, that may be a different story. If you know how to fix them, then you can honestly make a lot of money if you just go ahead and fix them up and keep them for yourself and maybe resell them. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that means so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.